this morning.
Mm-hmm. Monday mornings. People just get up slow on Mondays. Sort of ease into the week.
Yeah?
I can't help how you feel. I can't help how I feel either. I told you it was going to come to this.
Oh, come on, it hasn't come to anything, huh? I mean, not yet. There he is, come on.
Wait, what are you carrying that for?
I said, come on.
So my lipstick must have gotten on your collar.
Oh, I ain't got a fresh shirt at the hospital.
Well, at least let me wash this one out for you before you go home tonight.
Oh, don't worry about that. Last time my wife saw the laundry room was when she made a wrong turn on the way to the bar.
There's no more to say, Kelch. It was all said yesterday.
Mr. Massey, please, I've got a wife. I've got 2 children.
Well, you should have thought of that before you and your brother here started robbing me blind.
It's just a few $1,000s.
You know how long and how hard I have to work to make a few $1,000s.
We promise you we'd pay it back.
How? By continuing to work for me and stealing more of my money? You, I can understand. Once a crook, always a crook. But you, Tom, I'd hope for better from you.
Wait a minute, Massey. I ain't gonna take another fall for this.
The courts will decide that.
Come on, Ed, it's over. Let it alone.
I ain't going back to the slam.
You must be crazy!
Ludlow Niner. Shooting report at 5342 Stoner. Handle code 3. Ambulance en route. Over.
Level 9, roger.
Mission 1, would you stand by?
Barely live.
What you got?
Gunshot. Looks like he caught a couple good at close range.
Any witnesses?
Don't know. But we could use some help checking it out.
You got it, I'll call it in.
Kathy, please, listen.
We never should have left. I got we just left him lying there.
Did you see the hate on that guy's face, Kathy? He would have shot us, too, if I hadn't gotten out of there fast.
David, the man who was shot... You're a doctor. We should have stopped to help him.
A lot of people must have heard those shots. Neighbors, they would have called for help.
Yeah,
there was nothing we could have done, not then, not now.
But we saw the shooting. We should contact the police.
We can't tell the police anything that they don't already know by now. I don't even think I'd recognize the man if I saw him again. Kathy, darling, if I thought it would help, I would do it. But I can't even remember how tall he was. It all happened so fast.
I remember him, David. Clearly, too. If you won't go to the police with me, then I'll just go along.
And what are you going to tell the police when they ask you who you were with? Huh? What? That you were coming out of your apartment with me? And what am I supposed to say when the police come to my home and my wife wants to know what I was doing there with you?
Why don't you try telling her the truth for once?
Because it's not the right time. You know that.
I wonder if there ever will be a right time.
Kathy, darling, I love you very much. When the time is right, I promise you that I'll make the break. But not before. Oh.
Good morning, Dr. Stafford. Hi, Kat.
Mrs. Danko. We'll talk about that problem later, huh?
Kathy? Anything I could help you with?
Nothing, Joe, thank you.
You sure?
Yeah, positive.
Terrific. And I got something you can help me with. Inventory. Look, if I don't get somebody to help me do it, I'm gonna scream, really.
Just let me hang up my coat and check in. I'll be right with you.
A widower, as far as I know. Living alone. I never saw anybody coming or going from his place in all the time he's lived there.
What time did you hear the shots?
I'd say it was just getting light, so it couldn't have been too much after 6.
But you didn't see it happen. I mean, you didn't see the actual shooting.
No. I wouldn't have told you if I had. I mean, it's none of my business now, is it?
What's that?
Look, I just mind my own business. I don't stick my nose where it don't belong. It don't pay to. I mean, now, if you boys had been on the job, you could have stopped it before it happened.
Well, we do the best we can, and can't be everywhere at the same time.
Why not?
It's a good question.
Did you say you were out jogging?
Yeah, I do it the same time every morning. Man, this is a terrible thing. I mean, a shooting in this kind of a neighborhood? I mean, it's not exactly the ghetto. If you're not safe here, where are you safe?
It's a hard question to answer, Mr. Conrad. Now, did you see anything while you were jogging?
Well, like what?
Like anything that might be of help. Is it people in the vicinity, a car passing through?
I'm sorry, I didn't see a thing.
But you say you heard the shots.
Couldn't miss hearing them. I mean, 2 or 3, I think. But, well, I didn't see anything. Well, not a lot anyway. Probably nothing that means anything.
Anything would help, Mr. Conrad. Anything.
Hi.
Don't you have any feelings at all?
Sure I do. I mean, what do you think I am?
You might have just killed a man back there. How could you just sit there and eat like nothing happened?
Well, I'm hungry, that's all.
I never should have listened to you in the first place.
With you working the books for Massey's company and me picking up the extra invoices,
It should have worked like magic.
but it didn't. Well, that's the breaks of the game, Tommy boy. If you hadn't brought in that outside accountant, we'd have been all right.
What are we gonna do?
Same as before.
But
Nothing. Now, you can call in sick today if you want to. But tomorrow, you're gonna go to work just like nothing happened. And then you're gonna find that accountant's report and burn it.
But what about the couple that saw us? The man, you said he looked right at you. Girl saw us too.
We'll find him.
And do what?
You want to rot away in jail for the rest of your life? You never want to see Ellie and those kids again? What do you think we're gonna do when we find them?
This is Mrs. Danko, third floor. We just lost the patient in 308. That's right, the shooting victim, Frank Massey. Hey, it's okay, Kathy. It's only aspirin.
I'll go get a broom.
Kathy, it was only a bottle.
I know. It's just, I'm just not feeling well.
Why don't you ask the head nurse if you can take off early, huh? You've only got another hour on your shift, and I'd be glad to take it for you.
I think I'd rather finish up. Keep my mind occupied. That is, if I can keep from dropping things.
Kathy. Come on, we've been friends for too long for you to keep it from me if you've got something bothering you.
It's personal. I'll work it out somehow. Thanks anyway, though.
Look, Lieutenant, I know we haven't got much, but the jogger said there were 2 cars that left right after the shooting, but they went in opposite directions.
Which is, how do you propose to find those 2 cars and their occupants and place them all at the scene when all this occurred?
Give us a little time to investigate.
You don't have the time. I need you back on patrol.
Look, Lieutenant, somebody on that block must have seen something. Now, they're just not cooperating with us.
Did you really expect them to?
Well, yeah, I did. I keep hoping that people will realize we can't do anything without their help.
Since when does a cop exist on hope? Police work is based on good, hard work, Danko, not hope.
If we could canvass the neighborhood one more time, Lieutenant.
As I said, Owens, I need you back on patrol. Now, homicide is taking over. You can turn over any leads to them, and they'll follow through with them.
If we happen to be in the area on our breakfast or lunch break,
No, all right. Whatever you do in your own time is between you and your stomachs. Now, get out of here. You're dismissed. Keep that up. You'll get an ulcer, you know.
Yes.
I'm Officer Terry Webster, Kathy Court.
Yes, it is. May I help you?
I hope so. Can I come in?
Of course.
Thank you.
What can I do for you?
We're trying to find someone who might have been home yesterday morning, someone who might have seen a shooting across the way.
Well, I'd like to help, but I was on duty at the hospital and didn't get back home until quite late in the day.
Mm-hmm. Memorial?
That's right.
Now, what time do you usually leave in the morning?
Early, usually very early.
About what time? Just want to know that.
Well, that's hard to say. Look, I don't mean to be rude, but I am in quite a rush right now. And I already told you I wasn't home.
Just thought there was a possibility you might have seen something on your way to work. Maybe someone near or around the Massey house. Something unusual, a car, whatever.
No. I'm sorry. I do have to run.
Sorry, Bobby.
Officer, did anyone else see anything that could help you?
No. Seems that your neighbors were all either asleep or, like you, not at home.
Well, I hope you have better luck.
Thank you.
Did you dump that gun like I told you?
In the river.
I
still don't see why we can't just leave it alone. I mean, the accountant's report is burned. There's no gun. There's nothing to tie us in. There's no motive for us to harm Massey. We're free and clear.
And if the witnesses identify us?
How can they? I mean, we didn't know them, so they don't know us.
You keep forgetting that the police have a set of pictures of me with a number on my chest. All those people have to do is pick it out. And if they get one of us, they get both of us.
Well, how come you're so sure that we can find them again?
I remember the first 3 digits of their license plate. They were here yesterday morning, and if they live around here, they'll be back.
You know what bugs me about the whole Massey thing is that it was in broad daylight. How many people could conceivably have heard or seen something?
At that hour? 10, 20.
But legally, even if they did hear or see something, they don't have to do anything about it.
That's right, man. Fear or indifference. No one wants to be a hero. No one wants to be involved.
Yeah, Mike and I were talking about that last night. Do you remember the Kitty Genovese killing in New York a few years ago?
It's one of the most classic cases. A girl's brutally stabbed to death in the middle of the street. 30 or 40 people must have heard her scream. Nobody came to help her. Nobody went to the police afterwards either.
Right. I just don't understand it. You know, people talk an awful lot about law and order these days. They don't seem to realize crime's not just a newspaper headline. It can happen to anybody.
Yeah, but they can ignore it as long as it doesn't happen to them.
Right. How do you change the way people think?
Look, I talked to a girl this morning who works at the hospital. Maybe you know her. Kathy Corbett.
Kathy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we went to school together.
She lives right across the street from Massey. But she was another one who wasn't home.
You sound like you don't believe her.
Well, she was very nervous for someone who hadn't been there. She wouldn't tell me what time she left for work.
We worked the same shift. Kathy was late that morning.
Maybe we're just reaching for something that isn't there, huh?
Oh, I don't know. She was awful nervous that day. She dropped a bottle of aspirin. She nearly went to pieces over it.
It doesn't sound like Kathy.
Mm-mm.
Oh, got suspicious minds.
Yeah, it's an occupational hazard, but what if she did see something and she's frightened? Too frightened to admit it.
What if?
Well, I think maybe you ought to talk to her again.
No. I didn't get anywhere the first time. Why should it be any different the second?
What about you, Mike?
Yeah, sweetheart, she knows you. Maybe you could talk to her.
Sure, I'll talk to her. If she knows something, she could be the one person that could help. You go with me. Come on, Chris, you sit here. Let's see.
Good seeing you.
Look, there was another officer here already, Mike. I went through that question-answer routine with him.
Oh, I know that.
Well, I told him that I wasn't home at the time of the shooting. That's all I know.
It's just that, well, we've got to double-check everything. And when I saw your name on the list, I took it, because I thought maybe I could help jog your memory. Anything would help, Kathy. Anything, any little detail from that morning would help.
I understand, and I've thought about it quite a bit, but I can't add anything to what I already told the other officer.
It's just that we're really scraping it on this one.
You have no clue to the killers?
Or killer. No, he or they, they're going to get away scot-free unless we get some help from somebody.
Kathy, look, if you know anything that could help the police and you're afraid to tell them, Mike can help you. Now, there's such a thing as police protection.
I understand what you're trying to say, Jill, but my personal problems have nothing to do with the other morning or the Massey killing. Now, if I knew anything, I'd go to the police myself. Now, please, both of you, will you just leave me alone? I'm very sorry.
It's just we had to recheck everything, Kathy. I hope you understand that. If you come up with anything, please call me, okay?
See you at the hospital.
Dr. David Stafford, please.
Tommy. What? That's just a girl. Yeah, and blonde. So was the passenger in that car that took off yesterday. It's them. What did I tell you? Everything comes to he who waits.
David, please understand. I have to go to the police, but I'll try to keep you out of it.
And if you can't?
Then I'm sorry. But I'm not going to live with what we saw any longer.
Then I don't really mean anything to you, do I? Maybe you're the one who's been playing games. Look, darling, it can only hurt us. It can't help.
Then I think we should find out right now just what it is we have before it goes any further.
Kathy, I can't stop you from doing what you think you have to do. But remember, I have a wife and kids.
And you're running first for the chief surgeon's position.
Yes, that too.
I have to go to the police. Please try and understand. Look, I know you're angry now. I'll call you tomorrow.
Don't bother.
He's alone.
Well, I can see that.
What about the girl?
Now, we'll stick with him. Now that we know where she lives, we can always go get her. I can see that, Tommy boy. I can see that.
Ed Kelch. Are you sure that's the one, Miss Corbett?
It's him. Yes.
Okay, let's pull his package. He's got a current address. We'll pick him up.
I'll take Kathy home, sweetheart.
Thank you, Kathy.
You okay?
Sure.
Well, you can relax now. It's over.
Yeah.
Why do I get the feeling that there's more? You waited this long to say this much. Why don't you just go ahead and tell me all of it and get it off your mind?
I've been having an affair with David Stafford. But then you knew, didn't you?
I suspected.
Well, you're right about there being more to it. David was with me the morning of the shooting. I promised to try to keep him out of it, but I'm more confused now than ever.
Well, you have kept him out of it until now. And you've made the identification the police needed. So, why don't you just hold off making any more decisions, at least until they find this couch?
What have we got here? Car wreck. He was thrown clear, but he's in bad shape. Internal injuries, bleeding. Well, let me take a look.
Oh, my God, it's David Stafford. Take him right up to surgery.
Tommy, just keep cool and head for the corner. Come on.
Ed, couch.
The other one's gone.
Right shoulder. He'll be all right.
And neither of you got close enough to get a good look at the other one?
No, sir, it happened too fast. They were half a block in front of us when he went over the wall.
Well, at least we got Kelch. I want you to start checking him out right away. Known accomplices, place of work, friends, relatives, etc.
What about Kathy Corbett?
I'm going to assign a policewoman to stay with her and give her some rolling protection as well. I'll have a zone car check her apartment every 15 minutes or so. That's the best we can do under the circumstances.
Give me the first shift, Lieutenant. I feel a little responsible.
You got it, Danko. Before you leave, go upstairs and get off Salang. Miss Corbett went back to work at Memorial, so the two of you can meet her there.
So the woman picked me out of the mug box, huh?
Positive identification. The DA's boys say they've got you cold. Now, I'm having a problem swinging any kind of plea bargaining.
What do they got without the woman, Counselor?
Without?
Mm-hmm.
Assault with a deadly weapon on a police officer. Armed ex-con violating parole. Resisting arrest.
Yeah, but nothing that could send me to prison for the rest of my life, right?
Without the blonde, they can't pin the Massey killing on you. If that's what you're asking.
Uh-huh. Come here. I want you to go to my brother, and I want you to tell him.
Mrs. Stafford?
Yes.
Dr. Ryan will be out in a few minutes.
Thank you. I wanted...
Mrs. Stafford, I'm sorry. sorry. He's gone.
Was there any pain?
He never regained consciousness. If you'd like to sit down for a while.
I can't. The children, I have to go home. You knew him.
Yes, I did. He's dead. David is dead. Aren't you even sorry? Doesn't it mean anything to you?
He was my husband. Of course I'm sorry. But I don't understand what business that is of yours.
I loved him. And he loved me.
I see. I wasn't sure who it was this time.
This time?
You weren't the first. David had a string of playmates like you.
I don't believe you.
It's the truth.
Then why didn't you let him go?
He could have left any time he wanted to. He just never had the guts to go. I'm sorry for you.
Didn't you gotta go to work this morning? You still got a couple hours before you gotta get up.
Go back to sleep. I'll be okay.
Something wrong? What's the matter?
I guess when I saw the policewoman leave the hospital with Kathy, it just kind of scared me.
That's just a precaution, that's all.
Mike?
Yeah?
You don't think anything will happen, do you?
No. That's why we give her protection, so it won't.
Oh, yeah. No, I'd feel kind of responsible if anything did.
You can't. Kathy did what she had to do. We didn't force her.
I know. But I'm still worried.
Don't be. You get some sleep, okay?
Okay.
Stay down.
get back to her. Anything? Nothing. I lost him, too. Call it in for me, will you?
Well, he's not the only one that got away. I checked the apartment, and Kathy's gone, too. She had to have gone right after I left.
All right. Any report on the Corbett woman?
Nothing. She was gone when Officer Lane got back.
We'll find her.
Before the guy who was trying to kill her.
Now, Danko, you know, the hope you were talking about earlier, this would be a good time for it right now.
You read the report on Dr. Stafford's car? It might not have been an accident?
That's right. There were 2 sets of fresh skid marks right near the highway rail there where Stafford's car went into the canyon. That car could very easily have been pushed off or run off. You 2 find anything?
Could be. Tom Kelch's wife says that he was with Brother Ed the morning of the Massey shooting.
And Tom's been working for Massey for more than 2 years as an accountant.
All right, I want an APB put out on him, and I want it armed and dangerous. Where do they get these things? Danko, give me your pen. Anything?
I've got Kathy's address book. I've been going through it, trying to figure out where she would have gone. Friends, maybe.
Would she have gone to your place?
She could have. Jill offered. Let me call her.
No answer?
No, she should be home.
Well, we can't do anything here. Stop off on the way back to the precinct if it bothers you.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
Jill, I didn't have anywhere else to go. I need to talk to someone.
Why don't you come on upstairs? We'll get some lunch. Kathy, now wait a minute. Calm down. Now, where's Officer Lang?
She doesn't even know that I'm gone. Someone took a shot at me and I just ran. When the shot was fired, I just lost control and ran. I didn't know where to go. I was just frightened out of my wits.
Okay, it's over now. You're here and you're safe. I'll call Mike.
I couldn't help it. I just couldn't. It's all just such a nightmare.
I'm sorry, miss. I don't have any choice.
You're the other man. You helped murder Mr. Massey.
That was an accident. My brother didn't mean to hurt anybody.
Look, if it was an accident, you don't have anything to worry about. The courts
are going to send my brother to prison for the rest of his life. And they're probably going to send me, too. I have a wife, and I have a family. And I have to do what I have to do.
Look, killing us isn't going to help you.
Maybe, maybe not. But that's a chance I have to take. I don't have any more choices. I've run a... Stay where you are!
Shoot him.
Give me that gun. Come on, give me that gun. Come on. You can't use it. I know you can't.
Kathy, don't listen to him. Kathy, shoot him if you have to.
Give me that gun.
Kathy.
Don't move. Put your hands behind your head and turn around. Spread them. It's okay. It's all right. All right?
Sure. Excuse me, if I could have your attention for just a second, please. Kathy has got an announcement she would like to make.
Hey.
Speech.
Well, I'm not very good at making thank you speeches, but one thing's for sure. Next time I see something happen, I certainly won't hesitate to do the right thing. And I hope that maybe this will help express my thanks.
Oh, that'll do it. That'll do it. All right.